Ever heard of a vacation that goes from sunburns to full-blown spy thriller in a matter of days? Lars Mittank went to Bulgaria for the beaches and left behind a mystery that still has everyone scratching their heads. Forget, where's Waldo? This is Where's Lars, on a whole new level. Number 10. A sunny vacation takes a dark turn. Lars Mittank, a 28-year-old German tourist, arrived in Bulgaria with friends for a typical beach holiday. The group checked into the Golden Sands Resort, a popular tourist destination on the Bulgarian coast. Things were going well. It was all sun, sea, and fun. Lars was described as an easygoing and friendly guy, the kind of person who blends into the background, never causing trouble. But little did anyone know, this ordinary vacation was about to take an unexpected and terrifying turn. Lars was not the type you would expect to vanish into thin air, but sometimes reality is stranger than fiction. Number 9. A bizarre injury and growing paranoia. The first sign of trouble came when Lars got into a minor altercation with some locals over a football match. As a result, he sustained an ear injury, a ruptured eardrum, which led him to visit a local doctor. He was advised against flying back to Germany due to the injury. His friends, concerned but reassured by his calm demeanor, left Bulgaria, while Lars decided to stay behind and heal. But soon after they left, his behavior took a strange turn. He called his mother in a panic, whispering that he was being followed. Suddenly, the idea of Lars as a carefree tourist on a sunny beach vacation evaporated. Was his paranoia due to the painkillers, or was there something more sinister at play? Number 8. The Hotel Room of Shadows. Lars moved to a cheaper hotel near the airport. And this is where things got even more mysterious. He spent the night alone, calling his mother several times, voicing concerns that made little sense. He said people were coming to get him, and he was seen pacing his room nervously. At one point, he reportedly left his hotel in the middle of the night, only to return later. Staff at the hotel described him as agitated and anxious. They also noticed he left behind his belongings in his room, including his luggage and money. It's almost as if he had entered a real-life thriller, and the plot was thickening by the minute. But was Lars simply being irrational, or was he really in danger? Number 7. The dash through the airport. The most unsettling part of this saga is what happened the next morning. Lars was seen at Varna Airport, where he consulted the airport doctor regarding his ear injury again. However, during the consultation, he abruptly jumped up and bolted out of the room. Security cameras captured his frantic dash through the airport terminal. He was running as if his life depended on it, glancing over his shoulder, bursting through the airport doors into the surrounding fields, and then vanishing into the nearby woods. This was not the behavior of a man who was simply confused or paranoid. This was sheer terror in motion. But what or who was he running from? Number 6. The forest swallows him whole. After that sprint, Lars Mittank disappeared without a trace. Despite extensive searches of the area surrounding the airport, including the woods and nearby villages, there was no sign of him. Not a single piece of clothing, not a trace of his presence, nothing. It was as if the forest had swallowed him whole. His case has baffled investigators, family members, and internet sleuths alike. Was he suffering from a psychological breakdown, or had he stumbled upon something so dangerous that he had to flee for his life? Theories range from foul play to a sudden onset of a mental health crisis, yet none of them provide a concrete answer to the biggest question: where did Lars go? Number 5. Conspiracy theories and wild speculation. The internet, as it does with all mysteries, exploded with theories. Some suggest Lars was targeted by organ traffickers, a shadowy underworld that preys on unsuspecting tourists. Others believe he was caught in some sort of espionage, inadvertently becoming the target of shady operatives. The more grounded theories suggest a mental health crisis, possibly induced by a reaction to medication, leading him to act irrationally. There are even those who believe he staged his own disappearance, though his family finds this notion preposterous. While some of these theories sound like the plot of a B-movie, the chilling fact remains: Lars vanished without a trace, and no theory, however wild, can fully explain the events leading up to his disappearance. Number 4. A mother's endless search. Lars's disappearance devastated his family, especially his mother, Sandra Mittank. She has become the face of the search for her son, tirelessly investigating every lead and pursuing every possible sighting. Sandra has dedicated herself to finding answers, traveling to Bulgaria multiple times, distributing flyers, and working with local authorities. Her pleas to the public are heartbreaking, a mother's desperate hope against a world of unknowns. Lars's case has received international attention, with documentaries, podcasts, and news articles covering the strange circumstances. Despite numerous reported sightings of Lars across Europe, none have been substantiated. Sandra clings to hope, a hope that keeps this case alive in the public eye. Number 3. The last footage, a modern-day myth. The airport footage of Lars Mittank running for his life has become almost mythic in the true crime community. It is often cited in discussions about unexplained disappearances, serving as a haunting reminder of how little we can truly know about someone's experience. Watching the footage feels like peering into a modern-day ghost story. What was Lars seeing that the rest of us could not? Was he chased by someone, something, or merely his own demons? It is a real-life mystery that seems to teeter on the edge of reality and the unknown, leaving behind more questions than answers. The image of a man running in sheer terror is a powerful one, evoking fear, curiosity, and sadness in equal measure. Number 2. The lingering questions. Lars Mittank's disappearance is a puzzle with too many missing pieces. If he was experiencing a psychological crisis, why did it escalate so suddenly and dramatically? If he was indeed being pursued, who were his pursuers, and why have they not been found? The lack of clues, evidence, or any solid leads is baffling. His case remains open, but without new information, it is at a standstill. For many, this story has become an unsolved enigma, a real-life riddle that gnaws at the imagination. It forces one to confront uncomfortable truths about how someone can simply vanish in an age of digital footprints and constant surveillance. Is the world larger and more mysterious than we think, or did Lars find a crack in reality and slip through? Number 1. The unsolved mystery. 10 years later, the disappearance of Lars Mittank remains one of the most baffling cases in recent history. Despite extensive searches, media coverage, and public interest, his fate is still a mystery. Lars Mittank is not just a missing person. He is a symbol of how unpredictable and unexplainable life can be. Each year that passes without answers only deepens the mystery. Did Lars stumble upon something too dangerous? Or did his mind betray him in a foreign land? The world may never know. The unanswered questions and the haunting last images of him running through the airport keep the story alive, making us all wonder, how can someone disappear so completely in our modern world? That's all for today's video. If this video blew your mind more than a plot twist, hit that like button. Subscribe for more mysteries that make your beach trip look like a walk in the park.